Hello everyone, welcome back to another deck profile. Today I'll be going over the Dustons. This is a really fun deck based around giving your opponent these little creatures that will make their dueling a little bit harder. So without further ado, let's hop right into the deck profile. Starting out, the main monster of the deck, House Duston. When this card is destroyed by battle, by your opponent's card, by either battle or card effect, but it has to be face up by battle, and sent to the grave, special as many Dustons of your choice from your hand and or deck to anywhere on the field, but you must special summon an equal number of monsters to each side. Now I know what you're thinking. Claudian, what does that mean? So if House Duston is face up on your field, and your opponent attacks it and destroys it, or if it is destroyed by card effect, then you can special summon any number of Dustons from your deck. However, if you summon 3 to your opponent's field, you summon 3 to your field. 2 to your opponent's, 2 to your field. This is your main play starter. This is how you actually get the Dustons onto your opponent's field. Now, why are we doing that? Well, for 2 reasons. Or 3, really. First, Starduston must be special summoned by sending any number of Duston monsters you control to the graveyard, and cannot be special summoned in other ways. This card's attack and defense become equal to the number of monsters sent to the graveyard for its summon times 1,000. Your opponent cannot flip or special summon any monsters or activate any spell traps in the field. If you control more monsters than your opponent does, destroy this card. This is a great turn 1 play. If you open him and one of the random Dustons, you can send that to the grave to summon this. The only issue is he blows himself up. So this is really your turn 2 or turn 3 play, is summoning Starduston and going for big damage. The other big attacker is Goblin King. While you control another Fiend-type monster, this card cannot be attacked. It gains attack and defense. The attack and defense of this card are equal to the number of Fiend monsters in the field times 1,000. So realistically, this can get pretty big between the Dustons and the Kaijus that we're about to go over, which really makes it easy to kind of swing in for game. Next up, I do play 3 copies of Radian, the multi-dimensional Kaiju. It's a Fiend to give to your opponent that can boost up your Goblin King, or gives you something to crash into for your House Duston to trigger without taking as much damage. As for the Dustons, I play 2 of each, red, yellow, blue, and green. Now, all Dustons have the same 2 effects, which are they cannot be used for Fusion, Synchro, or XZs, and it cannot be tributed. Then they each have a secondary effect based on what color it is. If it's green, when it's destroyed, the controller has to return a spell trap they control to the hand. Blue will banish a random card from the controller's hand. Red will inflict 500 damage to the controller. And yellow will target a monster in the graveyard and shuffle that into the deck. So the whole gimmick with these is they were printed well before Link monsters were a thing, meaning now it's all pointless. Your opponent can just link them away and nothing negative happens. But you want to give your opponent these Dustons so that you can then beat over them or destroy them to give them negative effects. I do play one of the proudest of the Dustons, White Duston. White Duston is just another target for your House Duston. Other than that, he really is just in here for the name. Moving on to the spells, I play triple Piraeus Map and triple Jack in the Hand, along with triple Where Art Thou. All of them are level 1 searchers to hopefully help you find your House Duston or your Star Duston. Really important that you get these as soon as you can so that you can start using your House Duston for more plays. I then play 3 copies of Magicalized Duston Map. You can only control, or Mop rather, you can only control 1. The equipped monster cannot be used for anything other than a link summon. And when this card you control is destroyed, add a Duston to your hand. The big thing with Mop that makes me really happy was that there are a lot of Dustons on there that haven't been printed. So we can only hope that we get a purple, an orange, a black, a yellow, or I guess it's more like an olive green. I don't know. But I really hope they print the rest of these someday. Then, of course, I play 1/1 just to get that house dust on. I play 3 copies of Diamond Duston. When a card is destroyed with battle or card effect, special Duston monsters from your deck enter the field equal to the number of destroyed cards. If it's in your grave, banish a Duston from your graveyard. Special summon this in defense as a normal monster to your opponent's field. This can only be used once while it's in the graveyard. If summoned this way, it can't be used for anything other than a link summon. That effect is important for our extra deck, because for the extra deck, we're really just playing the Topologics, which we'll get into in a moment. Last card we're playing are 3 Duston Rollers. Target monster on the field, it can only be used for link summons, and if it's destroyed by a card effect, while it's set, you can add a Duston from deck to hand. Just another way to ensure your opponent is not using their monsters for summons. Konami, please give us orange. Please give us more Dustons. For the extra deck, because of the ability to summon Dustons to the opponent's field, I think it's cool to play the Topologics, so I play Triple Trispania, which if a monster is summoned to one of its zones, you can banish as many monsters it points to, and as many spell and traps as possible, and then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each. I play 2 Bomber. If a monster is special summoned to a zone it points to, destroy all monsters in the main monster zones. And 3 Zeroboros. Gains 200 for each banished card. If a monster is special summoned to a zone it points to, banish all cards in the field. Standby phase, return, Zeroboros. That is the Duston deck. It's a more control-heavy deck and definitely needs a lot more love in the future. But I think as for right now, it can be a fun little gimmick to punish your opponent for not playing any Link monsters. Let me know if you liked this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what decks you want to see in the future.